Welcome to Pete's Pans. Today I'm in the Gers and I'm here to make a traditional garlic soup known as the Tourin d'ail. This lovely area is teeming with culinary specialities and is probably best known for its duck and goose dishes, as well as the Armagnac liqueur, but it's also home to some of the finest breeds of cattle in France, as well as being at the centre of garlic production. The Tourin à l'ail is known as an excellent cure for hangovers. It was also common practice in the old days to dilute the soup with wine as you reached the bottom of the bowl, a practice that I'm delighted to hear is being revived. I'm making my way painfully slowly across this unbelievably hilly landscape, through the medieval village of La Romieux, whose cats are said to have saved the inhabitants from a plague of rats, through the lovely town of Condom, the centre of Armagnac production with its Three Musketeers beside the church, to the unbelievably picturesque Fources, officially rated as one of France's most beautiful villages. As always, I've consulted the locals for the authentic recipe, and I found a good spot for cooking just outside the village walls. The ingredients for a genuine Tourin à l'ail as cooked by the locals from Fources dans la Gers en Gascogne are a good head of fresh, firm garlic, an onion, 2 eggs, a bouquet garni of thyme and bay, slices of dry bread, duck or goose fat, olive oil or lard would do fine, red wine vinegar, a light chicken stock would work well, but for the sake of tradition and authenticity, I'm sticking to water today. My friends from Fources informed me in their thick Gascon accents that the first step is to faire revenir à la poêle les oignons émulsés avec la graisse de canard. Sweat the onions in a pan in duck fat. The cloves of a whole head of garlic are peeled and pounded, not chopped up, but just given a bang with the side of a knife to sort of flatten them. They're put in with the onions, and all this is sweated gently for a few minutes. When everything's nice and soft, pour in the water or stock and allow it to simmer steadily for about 30 minutes. Separate the eggs and whisk the egg whites with a couple of tablespoons of the soup. This just lightens the whites so they can be poured back into the soup to create a stringy effect rather than forming large lumps. With the pan still over the heat, stir the soup around whilst pouring in the egg in a thin, unbroken stream. Turn off the heat and mix the yolks with a couple of tablespoons of the vinegar. Return this mixture to the pan to colour and thicken the soup slightly. The soup must not boil at this point or the yolks will coagulate. The slices of French bread are put into the soup plates and the soup poured over. At the end of the soup, don't forget to faire chabrol. This is the old custom of adding red wine to the bowl to dilute the remnants. The bowl is brought to the lips and drunk in large gulps. I hope you're inspired to try this wonderfully fragrant and traditional garlic soup, le Tourin à l'ail from the southwest of France. If you've enjoyed the video, do subscribe to the channel for many more local recipes from all over France, Spain and Portugal. And for the complete written recipe, head over to petespans.com. Bon appétit et large soif.